Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my first Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord playthrough. Today we're going to be going for the most hardcore experience possible. 100% damage, 100% realism, permadeath on, like we're a real guy in this world. So without further ado, let's get into the action. Before we start playing, we got to talk a little bit about the cultures available for our character to play as well as, of course, the countries that those cultures come from within Calradia. So the Vlandians, for those of you who played Warband, should know that these guys are the guys who eventually turn into the Swadians, as well as their green counterparts. They occupy in Calradia what currently is the same landmass that's going to become what you play as in Warband, except now it's just a much smaller part of the map. So the Vlandians are descendants of adventurers from the west who lived under the Empire for centuries before forming an independent kingdom. With the decline of imperial authority, they have evolved into a well-organized feudal society led by a caste of warlike nobles who prefer to fight with spears and lances on horseback, and they get a bonus of 20% more upgrade XP to troops from battles. The Vlandians are based off of the real-life Norman knights, the most famous of which has got to be William of Normandy, who in 1066 went and conquered England by beating King Edward at the Battle of Hastings. These guys, the Normans, they're actually still the current reigning monarchs of England. So Queen Elizabeth is related to William the Conqueror. These guys, normally when you see them depicted in historical imagery, such as the Bayeux Tapestry, I don't know how to pronounce that well, you'll see them, they'll be riding horses, they'll have kite shields, they'll wield lances, sometimes they'll fight on foot with a shield and a sword, and they make good use of bows and arrows as well. So the Vlandians are really based off of medieval England and medieval France, particularly older medieval, so around 1066. When you get too far, they're going to move away from the typical idea of the chainmail knight and lance. They'll move more towards a focus on longbows, and France will move towards more focus on plate armor. But for this period of time, that's about accurate. The Sturgeons are, of course, based off of the Vikings, the Danes, the Sea Raiders, as you know from history. They wield their large round shields and bearded axes. Let's see what the game says. Sturgeons are the descendants of the foreign tribes of northern Calradia. As the Empire expanded into their cold forests, they found that a ready market for the luxurious furs of woodland animals whom they traditionally hunted and trapped. Sturgeon chieftains became princes, vying for preeminence with the help of Nord mercenaries who migrated into their realm. They are good hunters and wanderers, traveling far in search of opportunities both for trade and for plunder. And these guys are going to have 20% less speed penalty from snow, which is pretty helpful because they will just about always be in snow if they're in their homeland. Interestingly, here is in real life, the Vikings didn't have too much of contact with the Roman Empire. So here, we are in a fantasy world, so it's a little bit different. Now for the Empire. Now the Empire in Bannerlord is more based off of the Byzantine Empire, also known as the Eastern Roman Empire, than more of the Roman Republic or traditional Roman Empire that most people think of, like Julius Caesar. Reason for this is Tale Worlds, the developers of Mount and Blade, Bannerlord, are from Turkey. And of course, Turkey is home to Istanbul, which was once Constantinople, which was the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire or the Byzantine Empire. So because of this, you'll see cataphracts among the empire. The cataphracts were one of the main important military forces that the Eastern Roman Empire had. They were basically knights, that they had heavy armor on their horses, and they were a fast-moving military unit. they'd use it to defend their countries by having stationed garrisons of footmen all over their empire. Then they'd have their cataphracts go and march to support them. So it was just a faster way to have a mobilized force. Let's see what the game says about the empire. The Calradian Empire is in decline. Even before the murder of Emperor Irenicos, the once united realm was torn by political rivalries. Today, those factions are in open war, yet Calradians endure. They are technologically more advanced than their neighbors, and their mastery of engineering is not just evident in their aqueducts, beautiful architecture, and massive city walls. It also makes them experts in siege warfare. And they gain the bonus of plus 20% construction speed bonus to town projects, wall repairs, and siege engines. When I first played this game, I didn't think that would be too huge of an upgrade. I actually went for the Vlandians extra upgrade XP to troops in battle. But playing this game, when you get to higher levels, being able to build siege engines faster is huge. However, we don't know if our character is going to live long enough to do that. The Aserai are based off of the Arab tribes that lived in what is now Saudi Arabia prior to the Muslim invasion, before Muhammad showed up. There's those Arabic and Bedouin tribes. Let's see what the game says about the Aserai. The Aserai are the inhabitants of the Nahasa Desert, a mixture of nomadic Bedouin and settled oasis farmers. They are famous for their horsemanship and their knowledge of the learning of many lands, especially medicine. Gained from lying on some of the continent's most lucrative trade routes, each clan is fiercely proud of its lineage and often jealous of the others. But when united by a charismatic leader, they become a major force in the south. Caravans are 30% cheaper to build and 10% less trade penalty. That makes sense if you think about their Syrian or Persian influence. You think about the Silk Road, which is a very important trade route that connected Asia to Europe. So it makes sense for these guys who are more Middle Eastern based to have those upgrades. Next, we've got the Khuzaits, also known as the Khuzait Khanate. If you think of a Khanate, you think of Khan. You can think of Kublai Khan. Even you could think of a Khal Drogo from Game of Thrones. These guys are based off the Mongols. They're based on grassland, steppe land, horse warriors, horse archers. That's what these guys are based on. Let's see what the game says. The Khuzait Confederation of steppe tribes used to live a nomadic life, but have recently settled in the eastern frontier of the empire and are slowly transitioning into an agrarian society with permanent town centers. Despite this, they still retain many aspects of their nomadic life, including their affinity with horses. They are masters of mounted archery, shooting, and then galloping out of reach. 10% extra speed bonus for horsemen on campaign map. That could be helpful even if you're not playing as a Khuzait, because if you're playing as a Vlandian and you got your entourage of knights having that extra speed bonus, boost you from 7.1 speed up to 7.8 speed. That'd be pretty good. Now for the Battanians. Now the word Battania is related to Britannia, which is what the Romans called England back in their time. Now Britannia was occupied by Celts. Celts are also related to the Gauls, who lived in France, who I guess eventually the Normans would be. But these guys are the Celtic and Gallic and Gaelic tribes. You can think King Vercingetorix, Ambiorix. These guys were, well, in this game they'd be Battanians, but they were Gallic or Celtic tribes. These guys, they were fierce warriors. They invented chainmail. They throw javelins. They use chariots, but sadly there's no chariots in this game. Well, the Britannians use chariots. The Gauls didn't really do chariots too much. They'd paint their bodies, wield big two-handed swords, and they're good farmers and great metal workers. Let's see what the game says about the Battanians. The Battanians still remember the olden days when the woods stretched across northern Calradia, and the empire and its cities had yet to violate their sanctity. The fierce warriors remain loyal to their traditional ways. They paint their faces when going to battle, and even their noblemen prefer to fight on foot while using great axes and two-handed swords with deadly efficiency. And forests will give 10% less speed penalty to parties. That's pretty helpful, because when you do open up the world map for this game, almost all of it is forest land. So if you're getting chased by some guys, duck into the woods and see if you can escape. The Germanic tribes, who came from Germany, they're also a big influence on the Britannians. They had a good cavalry unit. Julius Caesar, before he went and invaded England, he called for 8,000 cavalry guys from the Germanic tribes. Alright, well, for this playthrough, if he dies, we're just going to start with the first country. The Vlandians, if he dies, move on. And, well, let's hope that channel survives before we make it to the Britannians. Let's make our Vlandian knight. Now, I want to go ahead and make him a knight because if we're going to be playing as a Vlandians, we might as well play as the most iconic guy. See that voice?
Give way!
Incredible.
Look at him run! Victory is ours!
Ooh.
Pace up! Ah,
Let's go ahead and do the first one. Make him just a little bit taller. Let's give him a stash. We don't have to worry too much about customization. That is beautiful. That is great. Yeah, when you think Normans, there's a lot of French guys who came and moved into England, and they invented words like pork. So we have pork and pig and beef and cow. The words that we call as food, they came from the French versions of them, because the noblemen would see the meat, but the English peasants who raised them would see the animal. We're going to go ahead and just make our guy. So what's interesting is if you choose a different country, your clothes here are going to look different. This is what Vlandian guys wear. You already see he's got a lance and a sword and a bow. It's indicative of what that culture does. We're going to go ahead. We were born into a family of 1. Barons, retainers. Father was a bailiff for a local feudal magnate. He looked after his lieges' estates, resolved disputes in the village, and helped train the village levy. He rode with the Lord's cavalry, fighting as an armored knight. Well, we want to be a knight, because that is the most iconic symbol of the Vlandians. So we're probably going to go with this. But briefly, let's look at the other options. Urban merchants. Get some trade, charm, intelligence. Yeomen. That's just farmers. We love farmers. Urban blacksmith. Blacksmithing's fun. Hunters or mercenaries. So what's interesting is not everybody has the option to be mercenaries. Depending on the culture that you pick, you will have a couple different options. There's always going to be a farmer option. There's always going to be an option that makes you like kind of closer to the nobility. Just about everybody has a hunter or forester option. Everybody's got a blacksmith option, but this one can be unique. This one will change its name, but it's the same thing. This will just about always be the same thing, but it'll have different upgrades based off of what the nobles are like in that culture. And I think everybody's got merchants. Mercenary is kind of interesting. What do you guys think? Should I be a knight or a mercenary? I kind of like the idea of the crossbow, but the riding and pole armor, I think that's what we got to do. We should have a horse-based guy because I don't want to die. So it'd be nice to be able to run away every once in a while. Our brave knight will retain his ability. Leadership skills, brawn, attention to detail, aptitude for numbers, way with people, skill with horses. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and do skill with horses, just because it takes a while to get to level 60 in your riding skill so that you can start riding those higher level horses. And because brawn is only upgrading one-handed, I want to be able to have a shield. Arrows can kill you, so I'm not too interested in the two-handed skill. I'd rather upgrade pole arm and one-handed. Let's see, it's Attention to detail upgrades your one-handed and athletics, and a point to control. You know, I might do that because control, that's going to make it a little bit easier to learn how to use a bow. Always helpful to have that. One-handed, that's great because we're going to have to fight duels every once in a while. And athletics will be good to have just one extra to athletics because we're going to focus on riding. Sometimes we're going to be on the ground. It'd be nice to be a little bit faster. Like all village children, you helped out in the fields. You also, let's see, herded the sheep, worked in the village smithy, repaired projects, gathered herbs in the wild, hunted small game, sold produce at the market. It's honestly really easy to upgrade archery in this game. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do medicine. So, because I'm going to get wounded and I don't want to die. I don't want to go into battle already injured. Because if our guy dies, well, that's the end of him. And I'll have to start making other videos. So I'm going to do this so I can have the better medicine. As a youngster growing up in Calradia, war was never too far away. What did I do in the wars growing up? That looks pretty cool. Served as the Baron's groom. Again, steward, tactics, and cunning. I'm sure that'll be really helpful in the late game. As steward, that'll help your settlements to work better, and tactics. If you simulate missions, that works better. And cunning is useful for a lot of things. Yeah, especially a lot of quests. Trained with the cavalry, gained riding and polearm. We're probably going to go with this. Realistically, it makes sense for our knight to be in the cavalry as opposed to something else. A guard, crossbow, and engineering. Scouts, riding, and bow. Nobody wants to see me just kite all the time. If I'm playing a hardcore playthrough, of course, the best thing to do would just have a short bow and a whole bunch of arrows and ride circles around my enemies and shoot them. Nobody wants to watch that for hours and hours, okay? They want to see a warrior. That's who I'm going to play. Polearm and one-handed. That's pretty good. I like to have polearm and one-handed. It's not going to boost my riding, but I am going to be using the polearm and one-handed. Throwing and bow. Let's see, what's this? Riding and polearm. Ooh. I'd say the one-handed is going to be a little bit more important because we're going to fight duels. I'm going to be able to upgrade my riding. I've already got one in there. You know what? If I got a chance to do riding later, I'll take it. Now that I've got two in one-handed. Let's see. Is anything going to boost my riding? Into the dangerous animal. Invested some money. Successful manhunt. Defeated an enemy in battle. That's going to boost my one-handed, so I'll go ahead and get the boost of riding there. And then take the boost of one-handed there. I like that. He's a pretty well-rounded warrior. I want to focus on making him a good fighter because he's going to have to fight. And if he doesn't fight well, he's going to die. And that'd be pretty sad. Oh, rode off on a fast horse to boost my riding. Took him off with arrows. Subdued a raider. It's going to upgrade my athletics. Organize the travelers to break out. Yeah, I should boost my leadership and charm a little bit. Should definitely do that. I haven't put anything in it so far, and that's going to be important for making people like me. Being able to recruit soldiers. Ooh. You prepare to set off with your brother on a mission of vengeance and rescue. Here is your character. Click finish if you are ready, or go back and make changes. Alright, Bannerlord. Tell me my name. Rothard. No. Sir Rothard. I trust you, Bannerlord, for this to be the right decision for my character. Let's do it. Did he do it? Enter. What's going on? Oh. Okay, Sir Galric. Oh, I can't have spaces. Okay, I guess we're going for Galric. No, you like Rothard? Okay, let's do it. I trust you. I trust Bannerlord. Let's do it. Here it is, the moment of truth, gang. Realistic. Yep, that's as hard as it gets. Boom, we're going backwards now. Realistic. 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 Yes, I want to enable death. Auto and allocate clan member perks. I'm going to do that only because I think it's a little bit unrealistic for me to be able to choose the perks of other people. Let's get it. Nogan, my brother. Look at him wearing the mail. What I tell you about those Normans, the Vlandians. They wear chainmail. I think this guy's going to wear chainmail in just about any culture. But if you pick like the Battanians, if they're wearing fur as well, it'll be a little bit different depending on whichever culture you pick. Brother, it's been 3 days now and we've been tracking those I don't know if I can say bad words. I won't do it. I think we're getting close. We need to think about what happens when we catch them. How are you going to rescue Varric and Alda? Are we up for a fight? Yes. This looks like an old training field for the legions. Perhaps we can spare some time and brush off our skills. The practice could come up useful when we catch up with the raiders. Let's do it. I'm going to run the course. Let's go on then. So for this tutorial, we know what we're going to do. We're going to go sword and shield for when we fight on foot, and then we're going to practice with the lance for when we're on the horse. I'm going to start with the lance one first, just because I think that's going to be a little bit more exciting for y'all to watch. Give me that mounted spear. Let's go. Let's go. What's up, old workhorse? So now in Bannerlord, unlike Warband, you can swing your spear from the top or from the bottom. That's pretty cool. That's really helpful in battle. So sometimes the horse's neck will get in the way, so it's a little bit easier to hit enemies with the overhead stab. At first I thought it was kind of silly looking, but looking at old history textbooks, I saw that the Macedonian cavalry would almost exclusively stab like this, overhead. I was used to looking at knights who would couch their lances and hold them under their armpits. So it was a little bit different for me to see cavalry using lances overhead like this. But really, it's got a lot of historical backing to it. So I've been having fun making use of that feature. Man, this old workhorse is pretty good, I gotta say. Must be used to this. So when you're training a warhorse, it takes jump it! Ugh! It takes them a little bit to get used to their rider smashing stuff while riding them. It kind of freaks them out a little bit. So before you take a horse into battle, you gotta practice with just hitting things that make sound, and that way the horses don't freak out quite so much. Alright. That's pretty good. See if you can beat my time. 81 seconds, mounted spear training. If you beat it, leave a comment down below. Tell me your time, and I'll congratulate you. You should do better than I do. Alright. No, we don't want a big sword because arrows are shot on the battlefield. We want a sword and shield. I'm not trying to get arrows. You can't block an arrow with a sword. If you can do that, that's really impressive. Oh! That's cool. In Warband, you don't get to control where your shield goes. You really just you can hold it up and that's it, and then look like that. But here you can block a little bit more right, a little bit more left, a little bit more down or up. That's pretty cool. I like that. Time to attack from the left. Yep. Oh, and that's the left. Okay.
Die, you pig!
This is a little bit different from Warband because here you kind of want to swing it out. I mean, in Warband you want to swing it out, but now it's wherever you move last. It'll just give you that little note, like little indicator, right? And then you can just click it. You don't have to swing out when you do it. You can just pop, pop. All right. Time to fight. Oh man, yeah. Using a spear on foot is not fun because they can just crowd you and Sucks. So, sword and shield. What is up? Straight beef? No talk? Okay. Come on. Oh! You struck the first blow. That shall be your last. Brigand. Honestly, this dude's pretty chill for just hanging out at this training facility and just beating the crap out of anybody who shows up. Respect it. We're doing Calradia service. Unless you train the looters. Here we go. Oh. That's a bad idea. Oh, I meant it. I'm not sure. Maybe if I circle around, I'll get past the shield. Oh man, that worked. Good. Oh, I didn't mean to fight again. He got mad. Okay. You ready, veteran trainer? I think he's gonna be easier because that sword takes so long to swing. I should be able to beat him to the punch. We'll get him out of the time. Speed is so important. If you can't get a swing out, toast. Block up most of the time because when you block up, it's pretty centralized, and then you can kind of aim a little bit. Alright, that's it. That's it. That's all we need. That's all we need. Nobody wants to watch me fight with a spear. That's just a waste everybody's time. Let's do it. We did it. Alright, that is it. Before we do anything else, we're low on food. There's a village north here where we can buy provisions and find some help. You're a better rider than I am, so I'll let you lead the way. I wonder, if you put no points into riding at all, is he still going to say that? If you've played and put no points into riding, go ahead and comment below what it said. Let's go. Let's go to Tevia. I don't want to see this. Get out of here. I'm just going to go. Refugees? I'm going to talk to the refugees. What's going on? Who are you running from? Don't hurt us. I mean you no harm. We're hunting a group of raiders who took our brother and sister. Uh-oh. Aye, those devils. They raided our village. Took whoever they could catch. Slavers, I'll bet. Oh, I hate slavers. If you hate slavery too, click like, smash subscribe, hit the bell button. There you go. People say, stay, they're still about. We're sleeping in the woods, not going back until they're gone. You hunt them down and kill everyone, you hear? Heaven protect you. Heaven guide your swords. That's right. She just blessed us. We're now blessed by the Lord for the rest of this campaign. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. We're all running away from this way, so maybe that's where the slavers are. We gotta get food. We are out. Can't just buy food. We're here, I guess. Don't know. So we need food, and after that, maybe some men to come with us. Yep. The headman here can probably help us. Let's try to find him. Alright. You can press the left Alt button and see everything. That's incredible. In Warband, you just look around forever until you can find the guy. It was horrible. Wow. Press that left Alt button and it shows you where he is. That's real good. Oh wow, look how good these pigs look. Wow. You are beautiful. What's up, Nogan? You see my horse's mane when I jump? That's beautiful graphics. Oh, okay. Wow. Maybe I should have pointed that extra skill into horse. Let's get it. Don't embarrass myself. There you go. Come on. I knew you could do it, you old workhorse. Good work. Good work. That's awesome. Beautiful. Chickens. I hope there's dogs somewhere around here. Fire peasant. Good boy. Hello, child. Well, thanks for telling me that, child. Very kind of you. Let's speak to the headman. What's up, Jeremos? I hope he has a child named Jeremus one day who's a doctor. Only Warband boys will get that. What brings you here? We need some help. Some raiders taking our younger brother and sister captive. We think they have passed this way. You got your people too. Sorry to hear that. Those bad people have done a lot of killing and looting in these parts as well. What do they look like? You think they've gone north? I reckon there are a few folk around here who'll join you in going after them if you'll pay for their gear. Okay, let's do it. Once you've made your preparations, come and talk to me again. I have a task for you for going after the raiders. Okay? That sounds great. Let's get out of here. Let's recruit some guys, huh? Wow, that is Headman's troops. This is like, that's a unique unit. I don't think you get to see these guys later in the game. You'll just have Empire peasants. What level is he? 21! Wow! That's pretty good. That's a similar level to what a knight is going to be. Sick. Let's buy some food. We're just going to finish the tutorial. That'll be it for the video. So when you look at the inventory here, you can carry more based off of how many guys you have in your party, how many horses you have in your party too. So, you know, if you've got 10 footmen, if you've got 10 horses, they can still ride them to the battle, and then they'll get off when they make it to the battle. So, it's a long hemp tunic. See, I've got the kite shield, because that's what Vlandians like to use. Let's see, okay, let's talk, Jeremus. Let's talk. I like how you don't have to find him every time. Yes, find the doctor. You found of him? Okay, I'd like to have a doctor. Okay, we found something. Let's go see what he's looking for, huh? Locate and rescue the traveler. You know what? I think these guys took my brother and sister. Maybe he did. I'm gonna get him. Attack, my men! Very well. Oh, I'm on a horse. What is up? Oh, they're all mounted? Wow. That is cool. Alright.
Attack!
Let's get him. No mercy. There's my brother and sister. Oh! Don't want to get trapped alone with these guys. Okay, because the cavalry in this game, they don't just run in and start swinging like in Warband. They'll charge through and then go all the way through and then turn around and charge them again. So, don't want to find yourself alone if you've got just cavalry guys. They'll go way past them. Alright. Good work, everybody. Let's see, how did Rothard do? 3 kills. That's half of it. Pretty good, man. Oh, Radagos is Raider. He's a prisoner now. Can I interrogate him? Nope. Oh. Is that better? Overall, it doesn't matter, but I think it looks better. Yeah, that looks... How does this look? Oh, that doesn't look good. Yeah, that's a little bit more... Oh, I forgot to grab the rest of the loot. Well... Let's get them. One of these guys, maybe they'll have my brother and sister. Can't ever forget what you're fighting for. Alright, man. Today we fight not for ourselves, but we fight for the freedom and for the lives of the young girl and boy. Their names I don't know, but maybe we'll find out when we find them. Alright, men. Charge! Ride to battle with me! What's up? These guys are close. Oh, man, that didn't go well. So I know blunt damage is more likely to just wound you, but piercing and slashing damage is probably going to kill you. I don't know how the system works with death for the player in this game. Oh, that's my horse. Okay, come on, man. Oh! Well, let's see. That looked like it was a sword or an axe, so maybe I am dead. Oh! You got stabbed. Good work. You won. Am I dead? I'm just wounded. Okay. You saw me enable death mode, though. I guess I got lucky. Like Tyrion Lannister. I got... Oh, never mind. Spoilers. He didn't die. He just wounded once. Oh, some arm guards. Some blunt damage. It's pretty good. This is what the Battanian guy will start with, depending on what you pick. I am hurt. Oh, whoa. Tutorial mode. Back to max health. Okay. This time, I'm going to do better. I'm not going to embarrass myself. You'll see. The battle, man.
Give him hell!
Nice good charge in. There we go. We're scared. Maybe when they throw rocks. So you got a couched lance. This spear can't become couched. When you've got a couched lance, they can cancel it out by hitting you with a rock. And it'll... Oh, man. Okay. I'm going to let my men finish them off. The way damage works in this game is the faster... not just speed, but whatever the difference in speed is between projectile with a weapon and whatever the target is, the more damage it does. So if you throw a spear at somebody who's running at you, that spear is going to do more damage. If you're charging on a horse real fast, your spear is going to do more damage. So when you charge into somebody, you can also take more damage because of your speed. Good job, man. Wow.
The day is on!
I don't know why I'm taking them. Maybe I can sell them. Eastern. No, it's the same thing. He's looking pretty good. I like the Gambison. Parched and exhausted. Let's give some water. Okay. Hello, Tactios. Don't know who you are, but I'm in your debt. These brigands would have marched us to our deaths. You look pretty clean, though. Your lips aren't chapped. My name's Tactios. I'm a doctor by trade. I was on, well, a bit of a quest. Now I'm thinking I'm not really made for this kind of thing. Oh man, does that mean you won't ride with me? The caravan just came out of the brush, rounded out numbers, we gave up. Nice. We're looking for 2 children captured by the raiders. Can you tell us anything? Yeah, where's my... No, you haven't seen my brother and sister. What would they take? Let's see. Seem to be controlling more than 1 band rating. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to track down a lot of guys, huh? Okay. So I go find this guy. He'll tell me where my brother and sister are. And then, I guess I can find something for Tactios, too. I guess it's important. Guess he's not joining me. The Red Sea's Folly. Okay. Let's do it. Let's go kill that guy, and hopefully we'll find out where my brother and sister are, and then I guess that'll be the end of episode 1. Let's do it. Attack. There we go. F1, F2. How many guys do we have? Okay, I want them to just follow me. Okay, so I don't know exactly what I'm leading them into. I trust you guys. You're good warriors. You haven't failed me. I'm on foot, so I like using my sword. Oh, what a beautiful sword. I like the design of that. Some kind of arming sword, I know. Wow, I did not get that stab in in time. That was unfortunate. That's not gonna help. Maybe I'll use the range. Get one little stab in, and then let the rest of my guys finish them off.
Die, dog!
Oh, that didn't work. Next time, next time. See, I gotta lead them, right? I can't just send them off to fight. I gotta prove I'm somebody worth fighting for. That's why I'm running off from the front and getting embarrassingly stabbed. Anyway, here we go. Come on! Speed boost! There he is. You know what? Let's go get him. I'll catch up with him. You guys are probably faster than me. Oh wow, he's got a high athletic skill. Athletics will boost your speed on foot. Also, wearing heavier armor is going to slow you down, but I can't imagine Walmart's much heavier than theirs. Okay, wow. No mercy. Here we go. See any children? See any children's toys? No? Look at this game. Look how beautiful it is. See me splashing in the water? And no splashing. It still looks great. Oh, I guess that was the last guy. He doesn't have any friends. Why would I duel you? You don't have any friends. Yeah. Get wrecked. I don't think that's how it's supposed to go, but that's all right. Okay. Is he dead? Oh, he's dead. We can't question him? Oh, there you go. Radagos. That rat bad man. You haven't cut my throat yet. It was a wise move. Why? Tell me why. Tell me how to get my brother and sister. I do want to get them back alive. Okay, let's see. If I drop dead of exhaustion, that's some memories. I gotta take you somewhere. What happened to all my other prisoners? Okay. We found something. Alright, let's get on the road. You want me to raise the money? Where are you gonna go? You're taking all the men. Okay, so I'm gonna make some money. You're gonna take all the men. Okay, you're worth a fortune. Never reveal that I have it. Okay. I guess we'll find out what it is one day. Select my family name. Rothand. Is my name Rothand? Let's see. What's something that's really, really Vlandian? Normandy. You know what? Normandy. The Battle of Normandy. Sorry, not the Battle of Normandy. The Battle of Hastings is the most iconic thing in Normandy. So let's make it Hastings. Yeah. Let's see. What's the most knight-like thing? Oh, that's pretty good. Lion. Like lions. Anything more knightly? Ooh, I like that. No, let's see if we can get a dragon or a good lion. That's a good looking lion. Is there a nice dragon? Oh, that's epic. That's epic. We like fire. Oh, black maybe. No, they like colorful things. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good. Let's take it. Get on the road now. Once I locate the little ones, I'll come find you. Okay, I'm counting on you to come find me. I'm sure you will in no time. Tutorial is over. Well, that's it, gang. That's episode 1. The tutorial is done. Let me know what you think in the comments below and what I should do next. It's been good playing with you.